Alright. Hey everybody, I'm on a break. This is shaping up to be an interesting game, most likely a draw, but as far as position, it's arguable to say what's better. Mine's probably a little better because my opponents are more advanced. They're on the 4th rank, whereas my opponents are on the 6th rank, respectively their 3rd rank in relation to their home rank. Their king and my king, about the same. My rook, I would say, is in a better position than his rook. Alright, now I'm in a very good position to win. Just for the sake of making a move, let's say my opponent does that, which they won't. So I come here, I give a check, he has to capture, and now I have a checkmate. So that's a forced checkmate situation as long as he doesn't do something to intervene. Which really looks like there's nothing he can do. Even if he moves that pawn, I have a checkmate in 1. If he moves the rook guarding that pawn, I have a checkmate in 1. He could probably buy himself some time. If he does this, I could probably buy him some time. Yeah, that actually looks like a pretty good idea. But here, no, I could give a check here. Yeah, that's just going to buy him time. Because we still have this forced mate situation. So it looks like I have this game won. Of course, he could always just do this, but that just... Now he can't do anything. I mean, what else can he do? He can sacrifice the rook, but that won't help him, So, looking pretty good. I'd say looking very good. I'm thinking about something here, right? Oh no, because then they would be an attack. Because I was thinking about this situation. Double attack on the queen. But then he could defend here, because I would like to follow it up with something like that, or... The reason I had the queen out is I was thinking about bringing the queen there for a check. So let's take the pawn anyway. I think that's a good idea. Oh, whoops, I forgot to submit the move. Oh, hang on. I better take the knight out because he can come back up and block the file. Decided to sacrifice the knight. I can give a check here. He'd have to move the king, or he could interpose. And I can follow that up, and I have a pretty strong diagonal here. Actually, if he follows that up, I can give another check, you know, if he interposes. So he'd likely move the king, and then I can capture this pawn. And let's say, for example, he decides to take that out. That's actually not a bad idea for him, because then he can take this out. I'd probably give check. He might interpose. But then I could come here if... Well, I wouldn't want to do that, because then his knight still has that. But anyway, I'm going to try this sacrifice, see if I can make something develop with it. And at the very least, it'll be a fun experiment. So finally, I break the Baroque style of play I've been using as white here and advance a pawn to the 4th rank. Baroque chess is when you don't advance your pawns or your major material like knight to bishop past the 3rd rank. Typically in the opening, sometimes in the middle game, but eventually you're going to have to develop those pieces further. Though I have seen games where people have held off almost exclusively and played that down very far. Technically, you can develop not beyond the 3rd rank right to the end of the game, but you're going to be on a responsive side waiting for your opponent to make moves into you. I'm going to go after this bishop because my real target is actually that pawn there at b7. I want my pawn at a4 to not have any contention with my opponent's pawns, or from my opponent's pawns. I don't know, what is it, contention with or contention from? I suppose it could be either. We'll likely see this on his next move. This would be a pretty good idea for him, though I'd likely play that. And he'd probably come back here. And I'd either follow that up with this pawn move and see this exchange. Yeah, probably. And then at some point I'll fianchetto my light squared bishop to b7. So now the aim, of course, is to pin his queen to his king by playing rook takes, what would that be, d3, and if for some reason he moves his queen, I have a checkmate. Well, here, for example, I'll show you. It's not a checkmate, but it will still win the queen, right? So let's say he tries to get his queen out of the way. That's a check. He's going to have to, he can't move the king. So he's going to have to bring the queen back down. So this is pretty much a done deal. It's too hot in the sun. I'm not a big fan of summer. It's not summer yet, but I'm not a big fan of the heat is what I mean. You know what? I do have to push that pawn. Oh, he has a checkmate in 1. All right. Oh boy. To make my job easier in this game, I'm going to try to use these, my 2 major pieces here, the knight and the bishop, to help me promote a pawn. You can checkmate with the king, a knight, and a bishop against the king, but it's pretty tricky. Hola, ¿cómo estás? All right, gotta head in.